Hi guys, what's up? Am I audible? Can somebody confirm that? Check, check, check. Hello, hello. Check, check, check. Hello. Good evening, guys. What's up? So, welcome to the class. And we have almost completed our syllabus. We are left with just two chapters, meeting and shares. So, today we are starting with meetings. Today we are starting with meetings 7.1 to 7.13. Now, so good evening, guys. Let's do a little warm up so that you are at par with me. Hi, guys. Good evening, everybody. I hope you have got immense confidence now in law. We have almost completed our syllabus. We have solved Jan 25 ka paper. September and May was already solved in the class. We have solved May ka RTP also. I hope you have got immense confidence. Okay. Now, so let's start. The section ka breakup is 88 to 122. 88 to 122. But before we start, can somebody tell me the books of accounts should be kept where? The company should keep books where? Where should the BOA be kept? At the register office or or ROC, any other place has to be in India. Rukhaya Fatima, you are wrong. It's not registrar of community, it's registered office or any other place in India. Provide the board have passed a board resolution and it is intimated to ROC within 7 days in form number AOC 5. Okay. Then voluntary revision ka years. Can somebody tell me voluntary revision ka years? Voluntary revision of FS or board report. Voluntary revision of FS or board report ka years. थ्री इयर्स वेरी गुड. फॉरेन कंपनी में FC2 ऑल्ट्रेशन का डेज. फॉरेन कंपनी में FC2 ऑल्ट्रेशन का डेज. थर्टी डेज वेरी गुड. FC4 में एनुअल रिटर्न का डेज, FC4 में एनुअल रिटर्न का डेज गाइस, FC4 में एनुअल रिटर्न का डेज, $60 days, very good. Then when we talk about private placement can be offered to maximum dash persons. Private placements can be offered to maximum dash persons. $200 for each security. Very good. $200 for each security. Okay. Then when we talk about FEMA, if I have to see this year I am a PROI, I have to stay in the previous year for dash days. I have to stay in the previous year for dash days. Stephen being very quick. Rishi, please, you are wrong. Krishna, you are wrong. Bindu Priya, you are wrong. Bindu Priya, you are wrong. Others are right. It's minimum 183 days. Minimum 183 days. Very good. Lakshmi, you have to say minimum 183 days. Okay. Minimum 183 days. So people who are weak at FEMA, please revise FEMA. So you remember the content. Okay. Second last chapter of our revision. Management and administration. Okay. So all the register, every company has to maintain the register of members and debenture holders at the register office or any other location specified by the company. So the first page is full time pass. Okay. Just remember power to close register of members, section number 91. 88, 89, 90. Only read 91 and 92 little important. So power to close register of members or debenture holders or other security holders. So for minimum, you have to close, you can close it for maximum 30 days at any one time and maximum 45 days in a year. Maximum 30 days at any one time and maximum 45 days in a year. Penalty is 5,000 rupees per day subject to maximum 1 lakh. 5,000 rupees per day subject to maximum 1 lakh. Subject to maximum 1 lakh. This is cut, this is cut. Come to section 92, annual return. Please open 92 in your book. Very important. So every company except an OPC and a small company must file annual return. Every company except an OPC and a small company have to file annual return. Then what are the contents? The company ka register office, principal business activities and holding subsidiary associate ka detail. Then listed companies with a paid up capital of 10 crores or a turnover of 50 crores or most, the annual return should be certified by a practicing CS. Annual return, very important, must be filed within 60 days from the date of the AGM if AGM happened. So if AGM did not happen, from the last day on which AGM should have been held, within 60 days from the last day on which AGM should have been held. Come what may, you have to file within 60 days. MGT 7. Annual return, the form is MGT 7 and MGT 7A for OPC and small companies. How much is the penalty? Very important penalty. Company 10,000, officer 10,000, 100 per day, 100 per day. Subject to maximum 2 lakh, subject to maximum 50,000. Subject to maximum 2 lakh, subject to maximum 50,000. Clear? Annual return, very important. Hold on. If you remember this, if it is not filed within 60 days, then company ka penalty is 10,000 per day, 10,000 rupees, 100 per day, maximum 2 lakh. Officer ka is 10,000, 100 per day, subject to maximum 50,000. This we have done, 92. Then the register should be, all the register should be maintained at the register office. If the company wants to shift the register, they can shift it to any place, provided it is in the same city, town, village. You just have to pass the SR. However, if you want to shift to any other place in India, you have to pass SR. And in that area, more than 1/10 of the members should reside. More than 1/10 of the members should reside. Sir, maintenance of index would be mandatory if Minimum 50 members are there in the register of members. Minimum 50 members are there in the register of members. So this is little important. 92 important. Then, so it's written here only. The register of members and debenture holders should be maintained at the register office. So you can shift it provided you have pass SR, and it can be if it is within the register office in the same city, town, village. If you want to shift it to any other place, then at that any other place, more than 1/10 of the number of members should reside. More than 1/10 of the number of members should reside. Then they are doing next section as 105 proxy. 105 proxy. How do we remember? PROXY proxy. Proxy. Okay, quickly. So proxy need not be a member, he can be anybody. If first right is member ka right, member should go and attend. But if he is not going, he can send somebody. He is called as proxy. Guys, can proxy vote? Can proxy vote? Tell me. No, sir. Except on poll. Proxy cannot vote except on poll. Imagine if member and proxy both have attended the meeting. Proxy went, member also went. Both have attended the meeting. Who will have the foremost right? Imagine on poll, they are talking about poll. So generally proxy cannot vote except on poll, right? So poll is going on. Who will vote? Proxy or the member? Who has the first right? Who has the first right? Proxy or the member? Member. But if proxy has voted on the poll, then member you can't exercise the right. Then member you can't exercise the right. Okay, remember that. Okay. Now, an individual can be representing how many persons? How many persons cumulatively? An individual can be a proxy. Like for example, Krishna. Krishna can be a proxy for how many people? Can anybody answer this? Maximum 50 persons, provided the cumulative holding of all everybody would be 10%. Maximum 50 persons and the cumulative holding of everybody should be 10% of the total share capital of the company. Okay. Proxy form should be deposited. Proxy form should be deposited -hours before the meeting. It should be deposited -hours before the meeting. It should be deposited -hours before the meeting. Sir, maximum 48 hours before the meeting. Maximum 48 hours before the meeting. Okay. You can change the proxy. The latest proxy will supersede the earlier proxy subject to the time limit of 48 hours. Subject to the time limit of 48 hours. So section 105 is proxy. 105 proxy. Clear? Now, I am doing it from the notes 106.7.8.9. 106.7.8.9 we are doing it from the notes. There we have written very good content as compared to here. 6.7.8.9 we are doing it from notes. Hold on. Sir, 1055 PROXY proxy 6 voting. How do you vote? VOTING. Voting 6 alphabets. No company can restrict the voting right. Only on one ground you can restrict, that is except on calls have not been paid. If the calls have not been paid, I can restrict your voting right. Or else you have a right to vote. Sir, how do you vote? By show of hands. All the resolution at the general meeting shall be decided by show of hands except when that poll is demanded or voting is carried out electronically. So 5 proxy, 6 show of hands, 7 electronic means. Sorry, 6 voting, 7 show of hands, 8 electronic means. Every listed company and having minimum 1000 shareholders. Every listed company having minimum 1000 shareholders shall have a right, shall provide to its member the voting by electronic. It's mandatory. Every listed company or a company having 1000 shareholders or a company having 1000 shareholders. Then read page 153 main book. We have written something. You have to just read that for electronic means. 109 poll. Sir, a poll can be ordered either before or after the declaration of the result or voting by show of hands. So if you're not happy with the voting, you can demand a poll. When we talk about the poll, okay. Now when you talk about the poll, sir, poll can be demanded by, one second. Poll can be demanded by CMP. Poll can be demanded by CMP. Sir, who's CMP? CMP is, sir, chairman, member, proxy. Who's CMP, sir? Chairman, member, proxy. Chairman, member, proxy. The chairman shall order a poll if the demand is made by. If the demand is made by, who can make? Sir, in case of a company having share capital, members sitting at home, members present in person or by proxy. So members at home, members present in person or by proxy. Company not having a share capital, same line, members at home, members present in person or by proxy. How many people, sir? Sir, in case of a company having share capital, holding 1/10 of the total voting power on the resolution or whose aggregate sum is minimum 5 lakh have been paid up. This is exam question. Either you talk about the, sir, voting power, it is basically 1/10, or you talk about the paid up share, that is 5 lakhs. Sir, holding 1/10 of the voting power on the resolution or aggregate sum of minimum 5 lakh have been paid up. Sir, in case of a guarantee company, it's 1/10 of the voting power on the resolution. So it's here also 1/10, here also 1/10. Only in terms of paid up capital, it is 5 lakh. In terms of a paid up capital, 5 lakhs. Then people who demanded the poll, they can withdraw it also. The demand for poll can be withdrawn at any time by the person who made the demand. So there's a question in the exam on this. Can a proxy withdraw the poll? Can a proxy withdraw the poll, guys? Yes, because he can demand, he can withdraw also. So this was asked in the exam. A poll for adjournment of the meeting and on the election of the chairman. Adjournment of the meeting and election of chairman must be decided, must be taken immediately. And others can be taken within 48 hours of making the demand. It is 109. Okay. 110 postal ballot. Sir, firstly, OPC and other companies having members up to 200. OPC and other companies having members up to 200 are not required to transact any business through postal ballot. So these people can't do any business through postal ballot. That means they can do. How? Sir, they can do only up to, how they can do? Sir, they can do mandatory only via physical meeting, physical general meeting. Sir, a company who is allowed to do postal ballot, okay, have a right to pass any resolution except two resolutions. Number one, ordinary business item. Ordinary business item will be happening at the meeting, and any business in respect of which the director or the auditor have a right to be heard at a meeting, have a right to be heard at the meeting. So if they have a right to be heard at the meeting, that means it will be at the meeting. It can't be done by poll. Then read A to I transaction, page 115 to 116. It is a transaction given which can be taken by the ballot, which can be taken by ballot. Okay, 110. Then one more section is there, 115. Let's do this also. 115. Sir, resolutions requiring special notice. This also came in the exam. Resolution requiring special notice. What it is, sir? Sir, a resolution appointing an auditor other than the retiring auditor, or a resolution providing that the retiring auditor shall not be reappointed. Same thing, a resolution appointing a director other than the retiring one, a resolution providing that the retiring director shall not be reappointed. So auditor ka, director ka, we don't want the old auditor. So members will give a request that we don't want the old auditor or we don't want the old director. It is called a special notice. So minimum it is 14 days, maximum gap 3 months. Minimum days 14 days, maximum 3 months. How many people can request? How many people can request? The request for special notice shall be given to a company by member holding minimum 1% of the total voting power. Okay, members holding on which minimum 5 lakh have been paid up. I have given the shortcut also 115. 1% of voting power, 5 lakh have been paid up. That was 10% of the voting power, 5 lakh paid up. Here it is 1% of the voting power and 5 lakh has been paid up. Minimum 5 lakh have been paid up. 115. Okay, 1% and 5 lakhs. There it was in poll. It was 10%, then 5 lakhs. Okay, 115. Remember this one, this came in the exam. Postal ballot also we have done. Circulation of members resolution 111 section was RTP. Now, we have done 112 and 113. If anybody remembers 112 and 113, if you remember, if on behalf of individual, if the individual goes, On behalf of the individual goes. He is called as what? He is called as proxy. But on behalf of President of India, Governor of State or body corporate, President of India, Governor of State or body corporate, the person goes. That person is called as what? I need that term. That person is called as what? Representative. My question is, we discussed that proxy cannot vote. Proxy cannot vote. But can a representative vote? Can a representative vote? Yes. And he will be counted the number of capacity he represents. He will be counted the number of capacity he represents. He will be counted the number of capacity he represents. Okay. This is 112, 113. 112 and 113 is the same explanation what I just gave you. 114 was OR and SR. 114 was OR and SR. So when we talk about OR, it is more than 50%. More than 50%, that is basically more than half. When I talk OR, we can say more than 1 by 2. All this can be used in MCQ. When we talk about SR, more than or equal to 75%, or more than or equal to 3/4, or votes in favor are 3/4 as compared to votes against. So this will be the terms used in MCQ. Then 115 we just did. 116 was a resolution at adjourn AGM, adjourn meeting. So imagine, just let's do one example. If the meeting was on 22nd September 2024, okay, and they have Preksha, you are wrong, it is more than or equal to 75%. Yes, sir. And the meeting is adjourned on 29 September 24. Director was supposed to get appointed here, but this was my AGM, this is my adjourn AGM. The resolution is passed here, OR is passed here. Can you tell me his appointment will be effective from 22nd September or 29 September? This is A, this is B. Tell me. A, B. A, B. Tell me. It is basically B. That is resolution at the adjourn meeting. Resolution at the adjourn meeting. That is basically when it is passed. The date on which OR is passed. Very good, Preksha. It is B. Okay. Then 116. 117 was array. Array we have written. Okay. That's again time pass. 118 is minutes and 119 is inspection of minutes. 118 is minutes. 119 is inspection of minutes. Hold on. So to have a similarity, so let's do it from the book only, from the notes itself. Sir, whatever happened in the meeting, whatever means whatever happened in the meeting, it should be recorded in the minutes book. Every page would be initial by the chairman, the last page would be signed by the chairman. If chairman died or he could not sign due to some emergency, then the next director, next authorized director can sign it. This is a very important question. There are two questions in the book. So then the next authorized director can sign it. Correct? We have discussed this. Then, if there is a matter which is detrimental to the company or against the company or against the director or any individual, who has a final call to decide whether to include or whether to disclose, to exclude, whether to include or to exclude. Who has a final call? Tell me. Sir, chairman. So there should not be included in the minutes any matter which in the opinion of the chairman is or we could reasonably regard as a defamatory or any person or is irrelevant or immaterial to the proceeding or it is detrimental to the interest of company. Who has the final call? Chairman. Chairman. If section 118 is contravened, 25,000 ka penalty, officer 50,000. If a person is found tampering with the minutes, doing something with the minutes, imprisonment up to 2 years and minimum 25,000 to maximum 1 lakh. Every page should be initial by the chairman and the last page should be signed by the chairman of the meeting. In case of death or inability, the chairman to sign the minutes book, then a director duly authorized by the board will sign. Who will sign? Any authorized director will sign. This we have discussed. 119. Inspection of minutes. Sir, the minutes book should be kept at the register office of the company and shall be open for inspection during business hours. Okay, without any charges. However, at least 2 hours each business day should be allowed for inspection. For minimum 2 hours. If you want to take a room, sir, you have to pay fees. How much fees, guys? The company will fulfill the request within 7 working days. Within how much fees? As may be prescribed. If the inspection is refused, or copy isn't furnished within 7 days, then there's a penalty of minimum 25,000 on the company and officer 50,000. Company 25,000, officer 50,000. Company 25,000, officer 50,000. Okay. Then report on the AGM. Report on the AGM. Sir, every listed company shall prepare a report on the AGM, including a confirmation that the meeting was convened and conducted as per Act and Rules. So, which company it is applicable? Every listed company. Which company it is? Every listed company. Which company, guys? Every listed company. The copy. Officer is 5,000. Company is 25. Officer is 5,000. 5,000. My mistake. Sorry. Then, copy of the report shall be filed with ROC in form number MGT15 within 30 days of the conclusion of AGM within the prescribed along with the prescribed fees. MGT15 within 30 days. MGT15 within 30 days. Then the report under this section shall be prepared in addition to the minutes of the general meeting. Minutes is separating this is a report. This report is applicable to every listed company. Who will sign? Sir, chairman and 1 CS. If chairman is not there, then 2 directors out of which 1 should be MD and 1 CS. So chairman and 1 CS. If chairman is not there, the 2 directors out of which 1 should be MD and 1 CS will sign. If 121 is contravened, 1 lakh to 500 per day, maximum 5 lakhs, 25,500 per day, maximum 1 lakh. You can skip this penalty. Just remember who will sign. Cool. Now we are left with 96, 7, 8, 9 and 100, 101, 102. All those small sections are left, okay? Let's do it from the notes because it will be easy for you to remember. Hold on. Sir, 96. First AGM should be held within 9 months from the close of the first financial year. From the close of the first financial year, that is 31st December is the last date. ROC cannot give extension. Subsequent AGM, it should be held every year. And max gap between 2 AGM can be 6 months and max gap between the year ending and the date of ensuing AGM, upcoming AGM can be 6 months. 6 months ka last date is basically 30th September. Okay, if there's a default, member can apply to tribunal, then tribunal will call the meeting. Then if EGM could not be held, then the tribunal will call the EGM. So 97 is about the AGM, 98 is about the EGM by the tribunal. Then tribunal can give any direction. One member can also be a valid quorum, proxy can also vote. These are all the benefits when the tribunal has called the meeting. 99. If company and officer is liable for how much? Up to 1 lakh and 5,000 per day till the default continues. Up to 1 lakh and 5,000 per day till the default continues. Up to 5,000 and 5,000 rupees per day till the default continues. Up to 1 lakh and 5,000 rupees per day till the default continues. Up to 1 lakh and 5,000 rupees per day till the default continues. Very important penalty or penalty for not calling the AGM. Sir, AGM should be held during business hours, that is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It can be held on any day other than a national holiday. It shall be held at the register office or any other place in the same city, town and village. Okay. However, AGM of which company, guys? Unlisted company. May be held at any place in India. May be held at any place in India. Provided consent is given by all the members. Guys, all means how much percent? All means how much percent? %100%, correct? 100%. Very important. An unlisted company can have anywhere in India, provided all members agree. So 96 to 99 is AGM, 100 is EGM, 100 EGM. So board can call, member can call, tribunal can call. Board basically director can call. Member, how many member can request? In case of a company having share capital, members holding 10%, that is everybody is 10% except 115. Okay. In case of a company having not share capital, that is members having 1/10 of voting power. It is always 1/10, 1/10. If the members are requested to the board shall call the EGM within 21 days of the request. They should conduct the EGM within 45 days. If it is not called or not held, then the members themselves will hold the meeting within 3 months from the date of the request. 3 months. Okay. Any reasonable expenses incurred by the requesters shall be reimbursed by the company to them, and it shall be deducted from the director's remuneration. EGM can be held on any day, same like AGM on the except national holiday, during business hours 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. anywhere in the city of the register office, anywhere in the city of register office. However, if it is a wholly owned subsidiary of a company incorporated outside India, subsidiary is in India and the holding company is outside India, they can hold the EGM even outside India, because logical, because their holding company is outside India. 96 to 99 is AGM, 100 is EGM. 101. Does anybody remember 101? 101, length of notice. Sir, minimum 21 days ka clear notice has to be there. Minimum 21 days ka clear notice should be there. How do you calculate 21 days? Sir, number 1, date of sending the notice plus 2 days of post plus 2 days of post plus 21 days. Date of sending notice plus 21 days, 22 plus 2 days of post, 24. 25th day should be the date of ideally, should be the date of meeting. Sir, receipt or non-receipt of notice is immaterial. Sir, generally shorter notice is not valid. But it can be valid provided members in 95% agree for the AGM. In case of EGM, it is majority number and holding 95%. Here it is 95. For unlisted company calling AGM anywhere it is 100%. Here it is 95%. Remember 95%. Okay. Then member should be notice should be sent to Malti, members, auditors, official assignee, legal rep, trustee of debenture holders. Okay. The notice should contain the place, date, time, and the business to be transacted. That is agenda. Directors and secretary must be authorized by the board to send notice. They can't send on their own. Directors and secretary must be authorized by somebody. Okay. Any omission to send notice, if it is willful, then the notice is invalid, meeting is invalid. However, if it is accidental, notice is valid and the meeting is also valid. In the question, always assume it is accidental omission. Sir, 102, do business. In case of AGM, we do ordinary business. Here we do special business. Sir, ordinary business is adda. Adoption of accounts, declaration of dividend, appointment of directors, appointment of auditors. Any business other than adda will give you special business. For ordinary business, it is OR. For special business, it could be OR also, it could be SR also. If any special business is transacted at EGM, what you have to attach? Explanatory statement. In that explanatory statement, you have to disclose the interest of the director, promoter, manager and KMP. You have to disclose the interest. Sir, at what percentage? Sir, if the interest is more than or equal to 2% of the paid up share capital of the company, more than or equal to 2% of the paid up share capital of the company. In case of non-disclosure or insufficient disclosure, they will be liable for penalty. What do you have to disclose, sir? The nature of concern or interest, whether financial or otherwise, of every director or manager, KMP and the relatives, and any other information which may be relevant. Then 104 was chairman, 105 was proxy. We have done this. Okay. 103 is quorum. So private company mein minimum quorum 2. Public mein 5, 15, 30 depending upon the number of members. Sir, 1 to 1000, 1001 to 5000, 5001 and above. 1 to 1000, 1001 to 5000, 5001 and above. Or AUA, whichever is higher. Sir, quorum should be achieved within half an hour, that is 30 minutes. If quorum is not achieved, the meeting would be adjourned by 1 week to the same day, same place, same time, which is not a national holiday, as the board may decide. Okay. If the EGM is called by the board, quorum not achieved, it will be adjourned. Very important. EGM called by the board, quorum not achieved, it will be adjourned. EGM called by the member, quorum not achieved, meeting would be cancelled. Meeting would be cancelled. Member cannot call the AGM. Member can only call the EGM. Board can call the AGM and EGM. Board can call both. Members can only call EGM. Sir, for adjourn meeting you have to give 3 days ka notice. Normal meeting ka 21 ka 2 days ka notice. Adjourn meeting ka 3 days ka gap should be there. At the adjourn meeting, within half an hour, quorum not achieved. Members present will be the valid quorum. 104 chairman. Members among themselves will elect any chairman by show of hand. However, if somebody is not happy, so he will initiate a poll. Then the person who is elected on the poll will be the chairman for the rest of the meeting. He will be the chairman, not of the company, for the rest of the meeting. Done. 96 to 99 is your AGM. 100 is your EGM. 101 is length of notice. 102 is 2 business. 103 is quorum. 4 chairman, 5 proxy. 6 how do you vote voting. 7 show of hands. 8 electronic. 9 poll. 10 postal ballot. 111 was time pass. 112, 113 is representative. 114 is ORN SR. 115, 15 special notice. 116 is resolution at adjourn AGM. Okay? 117 time pass. 118 minutes. 119 inspection of minutes. 120 time pass. 122 report of the AGM. 122 time pass. 123 say 127 dividend. 128 to 138 accounts of company. 139 to 148 is your auditors. I to remember. Hey, do you also remember the section numbers? Little, thoda, chinty, do you remember? How was the session, guys? Jan 25 RTP, third MCQ. It is evident from the above case that the Breaking Point closed its register of members for the first time in the year 2025 for 12 days for the purpose of issuing bonus shares to its shareholders. Maximum for how many times and for how much period or periods company is permitted to close a register of members in each year. How many times and for how many period or periods? Choose. One time or more than one time. Also for any period or period, but in aggregate it should not exceed 45 days. One time or more than one time, and also for any period or period in aggregate should not exceed 60 days. It should not exceed 90 days. A company is permitted to close a register of members maximum for 2 times, and such period should not exceed 100 days. Choose the answer. This is 100 days and D is 100 days. A 3 का A चेक करें. 3 का A, 3 का A. Jan 25 RTP. We have done everything here. We have not done only first question, second question and fourth question. Those are on bonus shares 1 to 4. So we are just left with 1, we are left with 2 and we are left with 4. That is on bonus shares that we are going to do tomorrow because it's on shares chapter. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 we have done. 11, 12, 13 we have done. 14 we have done. 16 we have done. 17 we have done. 18 we have done. 19 is interpretation of statutes. 20 we have done. Okay, we are just left with 15. 15. ABC Private Limited is an OPC incorporated in 24. The company has not appointed a CS due to its small scale operation. At the end of the financial year, the company need to file its annual return OPC. The directors in the state of dilemma consult a law expert whether they need to submit a full-fledged return or an abridged version and who should sign the document. What form should ABC Private Limited use to file its annual return? So that's MGT 7 for the normal company. For OPC, it is MGT 7A. MGT 7A. Who is authorized to sign the annual return? The sole member who is the director of the OPC, the sole member. So please write in your notes, refer question 15, May 25 RTP. Refer question 15, May 25 RTP. New question. As per section 92, OPC, it should file annual return in form number MGT 7A, a breach form for the year. In the absence of CS, the annual return should be signed by the sole director of the company as per the provisions applicable to OPC. OPC and small company shall file annual return in MGT 7A. However, in relation to OPC and small company, the annual return should be signed by the CS. Where there is no CS, who will sign? The director. So in your notes, please write there, refer question 15, May 25 RTP. We have almost completed May 25 RTP. All descriptive is done. One question of interpretation is done, that you'll do on your own, and 3 MCQs are there. We will do tomorrow when we do shares ka chapter. Full May ka RTP is done. Guys, are you getting confidence? Are you happy the way it has been moved? Are you happy with the revision sessions? I hope you come to CA final soon and we'll be doing audit together and we'll be doing SPUM classes. So SPUM is listed on Yeshas ka website. Set A is there. It is already started dispatching. Set C and Set D I'll record after your revision gets over. From day after tomorrow, from 10th, I will record Set C and Set D, because when you come to CA final, you have to clear A, B, C, D. So I teach Set A, Set C, Set D. Set A is law. Set C, I'm teaching both forensics and insolvency. Right now, I'm recording forensics first. Forensic account. Set D is I'm recording entrepreneurship. There are 4 papers in Set D. In Set C, there are 7 papers. You have to choose any one paper from Set C and Set D also one. And actual paper, I'll be taking your audit if you study. If you reach till CA final. And at inter level, you know the level of joke. Imagine when you come to CA final, what will be the level of jokes? I hope I get to see you soon there. Let's do Jan 25 ka paper. MCQ 1, 2, 3 is done, 4 is done, 5 is done, 6, 7 is done, 8 is done, 9 shares chapter, 10 is done, 11 is done, 12, 13, 14, 15. One question only on shares chapter that we're going to do tomorrow. Question 1A was done, 1B, C was done. Okay. 2A is on shares chapter, 2B is done, 2C is done. 3A we did yesterday, 3B. Okay, 3C is interpretation of statute. We are doing 3B. Members of World 1 Limited holding more than 2% of the total voting power wants the company to give special notice to move a resolution for the appointment of an auditor other than returning auditor. Explain whether a member can do so. Just say yes or no and the section number. Yes or no and the section number. Yes, 115. Sir, minimum 1% of the total voting power, or on the share capital 5 lakhs have been paid up, or the share capital 5 lakh have been paid up. Arey boss, do you know? Nothing come from AB ka book. Nothing. I'm telling you, nothing come from AB ka book. Nothing. Do you know? Do you know? Nothing come from AB ka book. Do you know? Yeah, waste. Full kassa. But student can answer. That is my ABK guarantee. Student can answer. But nothing come from the book. The best part, nothing come from Aistaka book also. Okay, understand this question. We have discussed this in the class. Not today, we have discussed in the class. If a member of a listed company who has casted his vote through electronic voting, if he has voted, can he attend the general meeting of the company and change his vote subsequently? There are two things. Can he attend the general meeting and can he change his vote? Two things. He can attend the meeting, but he cannot change, right? He can't change. People are saying yes and yes. I think no, he can't change. Gauri is saying no. Let's see the answer 1 and 2. Pika 1 and 2. So members can do as per the provision of Companies Act section number 115 because it is more than 2%. We have question made. I mean, it is. Oh, one second, it is not there. Yeah. So section is 115. More than 1% is 2%. So this boss they can easily vote. Forget the alternate answer. We are saying yes, they can do it. Now, the notice of the meeting shall clearly say that the members who have casted their voting by remote voting prior to the meeting may attend the meeting, but not be entitled to vote again. If a member of a listed company has voted, he can still attend the meeting, but neither he can vote again nor he can change his vote. This we have discussed in the class. So a lot of people remember, a lot of people don't remember. I hope this is clear. Meeting ka question 3B. 3C is interpretation of statutes. Okay. So only one question pending, one MCQ pending, one shares ka question pending. 4A was foreign company we have discussed. 4B also we have discussed. I think it is LLP ka question. 4C is interpretation. Adjus de generis, it is there in the book. In the past question also you will see adjus de generis. Question 5, A, B, C we have tick mark. This we have done. 6B, C we have done. We have left with 6A. So 6A mein there were two questions. Let's discuss one by one. Top Spinners Foundation, the company registered under Section 8. With the view to promote young and talented people toward becoming world-class cricketers, the foundation selects young boys and girls from different parts of the country via talent hunt competition and other reference from the members, thereby giving them proper training with residential facilities at designated clubs open for the purpose. Story. Then the foundation had been incorporated as a charitable institution. Currently, it is having 1200 members. 1200 members. The AGM of the company is usually held at the club cum registered office of the company at Jaipur. The member in one general meeting have strongly suggested that the next AGM of the company be held at a hotel near vicinity of the registered office at Jaipur. Instead of club, as the same has a congested sitting area. The members in one of the GM have strongly suggested that the next AGM of the company be held at a hotel near vicinity of the registered office at Jaipur instead of the club, as the same has a congested sitting area. So they are shifting within the same city. Allowed. It was also decided by the foundation that a 15 days prior notice to the AGM to be given with the facility of only physical voting and no e-voting. Lot of concept. Okay. So let's see the question what they have asked. One by one we discuss. Tough it is. Whether it is compelling upon the board to consider direction regarding shifting of the venue for the meeting. Whether it is compelling upon the board. No, Ashwini, you're wrong. They're talking about the AGM. Tell me. See, company can have the AGM at the register office or any other place within the same city, town or village of the register office, but it is not compelling upon the board. It is not mandatory for the board. That is my answer. I may be wrong, we need to check. Okay, answer second. Whether a 15 days prior notice is valid as per law. This so you can answer. Gauri says yes, why? Yes, sir. Why Ashwini? So normal company is 21 days, section 8 company is 14 days. Normal company 21 days, section company is 14 days. Normal company to minimum 14 days, 14 days plan it is valid. Whether decision to provide the facility of only physical voting and not e-voting valid? Yes, sir, because no, sir, no. Because if you remember the rule says every listed company or a company having 1000 members. Every listed company or a company having minimum 1000 members, they need to mandatorily provide voting by electronic means. Voting by electronic means a mandatory thing, na? So the question they have given 1200 members, that is purposefully they have given just to make you sure, but we need to check whether it's applicable to section 8 or no. Maybe. See what they have given. In case of section 8 company, the time, date and place of each AGM is required to be decided upon the beforehand by the board, having regard to the direction if any given this regard by the company in GM as per MCA. Hence the directors are bound to consider. They are saying bound to consider. What is the alternative answer? One second. As per the facts of the question, the member in one of the general meeting have strongly suggested the next AGM to be held near the vicinity of the register office at Jaipur instead of club as the same as changed congested area. One second. There's some problem with the iPad. So since only suggestions have given in one of the general meeting, the same cannot be constituted as a compulsion on the part of the board. A mere suggestion will not tantamount to be binding direction. In other words, the suggestion is just an idea, which need not be compulsory acted upon. So suggestion by the shareholder is not binding on the board, not binding on the board. So that was my answer also. So whether a 15 days prior notice is valid? The answer is yes. Directors can validly issue for 15 days ka notice. This so it was there in the book. Now, so I told you this is a different answer. Yes, as per the provision of section 108, having a member of 1000 or more is required to provide e-waiting facility to its member general meeting. Hence, the decision of the foundation to provide facility for only physical voting and not voting is not valid. Is not valid as section 8 company is having 1200 members. So listed company and company having 1000 members, it is required it should have a mandatory e-voting. Understood? So this was the first question. Okay, out of 3, I would say 1 was the tough one. 1 was the tough one. So please note in your notes also. Question number 6A. I am not saying it will come. It may come in the exam or maybe in the MCQ. The question 6A from Jan 25 suggested. Different question it is. Understand this question. We just did this answer. It says Srinivas Iron and Steel is a public sector company engaged in the manufacture of high-end steel sheets to be supplied to various other entities countrywide. Messrs. So and so chartered account have been appointed as star auditor for the term 2024. Later in the year, a financial fraud has come to the fore and not reported by the current auditors in the report, leading to dissatisfaction among a group of learned members of the company. The AGM is scheduled on so and so date. The members comprise of H, J, K, holding how much? 150, 1 lakh, 250, 2 lakh 50, 250, 5 lakh, have collectively decided to send a special notice to the company regarding passing of the resolution at the next AGM. First question. To appoint other auditor other than so and so firm, right? Special notice. Can you tell me the section number, guys? Can you tell me the section number? It was there in RTP also, it is there here also. 115, repetitive question. 115. Oh, it was here only, no? Oh shit, 115 twice they had asked. Iski maa ka. Oh, 3B was also 115. One more time, 115. Whether our members can validly issue special notice? Yes, sir, because it is minimum 1%. All members holding in aggregate total 5 lakh ka paid up capital. Yes, they can vote. Sir, what will be the last date for the issue of such notice? If you remember the provision, there has to be a 14 days ka gap. Maximum how many months, guys? Maximum how many months? AGM is on 28th September. What is the last date for issue of such notice by the members to the company? Sir, minimum 14 days, maximum 3 months a gap should be there. So what is the last date for issue of special notice? The AGM is happening on 28th September 24. Can you give me the last date? I need the date. Stephen is saying 13th September. Others? Shashank is saying 27 December. Shashank. 28 December. VG Logs. Gauri Marwate. 28 December. Wow. Rishi Place. Wow. Wherever you are, jump. Arey nonsense people. Do you understand the provision? You are saying meeting is happening on 28th September. So you send the notice by 28th December. Chappal I will throw on your face. Chappal, or you I will throw your face on the chappal. Nonsense, people. The meeting has to be prior. He is saying what is the last date for issuing special notice? There has to be a gap of how many days? Sir, minimum 14 days. Maximum the gap can be 3 months. So 3 months have to be prior. Nonsense. So they are asking minimum gap. Sir, last date to send the notice is minimum gap. You guys are, trust me. Engineers ka meme is there. Your meme will also be there. Online peoples. Full commode sense you people have commode sense. Didi is saying 11th October. Precious Arun, you are very precious. Stone you have, stone. 11th October. Nonsense. Okay, I will take it later on. 11, 12, 13, lot of dates I have got. 14 September, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 September, 14 September 1, 14 September 2, 14 September 3. Close. So we got 4 dates, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'll check later on. Okay. This I have taught you in auditors chapter. Whether the company would have to communicate about the above special notice to other members after receiving the same. Should they communicate to other members if they have received it? Obviously, yes, sir. Yes. So it's yes, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then yes. Let's check the answer. Sir, hence they can validly ask the company to issue special notice. Okay, hold on. Third, yes, the company shall immediately after the receipt of notice give the notice to the of the resolution at least 7 days before the meeting, exclusive of the day of dispatch of notice and the day of meeting, in the same manner as it give notice to any general meeting. So you need to inform to other members. You can write other members. Okay. Then not earlier than 3 months, but at least 14 days before the date of the meeting. So what is the latest date? 13 September. What is the latest date? 13 September. So 13 September is the right answer. Guys, understood special notice. Here 2 days ka post wala will not come because if the company sent, then it is 2 days ka post wala concept is there. Here you just have to do 14 day ka gap should be there. Clear? So this question also tough. So please mark this question number 6A, both A tough. Done. Full paper we have solved. Only shares wala chapter is pending, that we're gonna do tomorrow. Tomorrow last class from my side because we have done the RTP, we have done the suggested, we have done the revision, we have done everything for your attempt. So whether you are May or whether you are September, whether you are Jan, there is no big change as such. You can use the same chapters for same content for revision. I hope you are liking it. Do like the video, share with your friends. We'll be making everything in a marathon in 2 parts, 1 to 6 chapters and then 7 to 14 chapters. We'll be making 2 parts so that you can watch it at one go. Could you please consider voting in poll concept? Voting is by show of hands. All the resolution done by show of hands, except on poll. Poll it is electronic voting. Proxy cannot vote except on poll. Cool. I hope you have liked the session. Do recommend it to your friends. I hope I get to see you in CA final. I'm waiting for SPM, ACD and final audit. Okay. So do recommend to your friends. I'll be coming in July, guys. So post your exam, your result will be there. Then for sure I'll be there in Bangalore only. So we're gonna meet and party hard. I hope we go to Taj soon. Okay. Bye guys. Take care. Enjoy. Aim for a rank or 70 plus, whichever is earlier. Last class tomorrow.